Shame is like a persistent shadow. It's not always visible, but its presence is deeply felt. It's a feeling many of us face in silence, an internal echo telling us we're not enough, that our words are unwelcome, that our presence is uncomfortable. But where does this limiting emotion come from? Why do we allow it to control our lives and relationships? The origin of shame. According to Brené Brown, author and researcher on vulnerability, shame is the fear of disconnection. The fear that something about us, if seen by others, would make us unworthy of love and belonging. This feeling stems from insecurity, from the perception that we aren't good, smart, or interesting enough to be accepted. In many cases, it's tied to learned devaluation from childhood, constant criticism, comparisons, or experiences where our emotions were ignored or minimized. Shame isn't just a passing emotion. It can become a limiting way of life. It makes us doubt our abilities, prevents us from taking risks, and most importantly, makes it difficult to connect with others. For shy individuals, it's not about a lack of interest in others but an emotional barrier that prevents them from reaching out and asking, "How are you? What do you feel? What do you need?" The impact of shame on relationships. Shame creates a cycle of isolation. Those who experience it often feel a paralyzing fear of rejection or judgment. Internally, they endure a whirlwind of emotions, anxiety, sadness, and a constant sense of inadequacy. This emotional state leads to avoiding social interactions, which in turn reinforces feelings of loneliness and disconnection. What few people understand is that these individuals don't want to be alone. They crave human connection, closeness, and a sense of belonging. But shame acts as an invisible wall, preventing them from showing who they truly are. And by not allowing themselves to be seen, they remain in a space of self-imposed isolation. Carl Jung, a renowned psychologist, once said, "Shame is one of the most powerful emotions because it keeps us in the shadows of ourselves. When we live in shame, we avoid showing ourselves to the world. We hide behind masks, fearing that our vulnerability will be seen as weakness. But that very mask is what keeps us from experiencing authentic and healthy relationships. Shame is not just a personality trait, it's a prison. It limits us, robs us of opportunities, and distances us from the life we desire. However, there is hope. No one is destined to live trapped in this emotional state." Tools to break the chains of shame. 1. Acknowledge your emotions. Recognize that feeling shame doesn't define you. It's just one part of your emotional experience, not your entire identity. 2. Practice self-compassion. According to Kristen Neff, a leading expert on self-compassion, being kind to yourself in moments of difficulty is the first step to overcoming shame. Speak to yourself with love as you would to a dear friend. 3. Seek safe connections. Surround yourself with people who value you for who you are. Share your feelings with someone you trust. Vulnerability can be a bridge to deeper relationships. 4. Challenge negative thoughts. Each time your mind tells you that you're not enough, ask yourself, is this really true? Often, the beliefs that fuel shame have no basis in reality. 5. Focus on small steps. You don't need to transform overnight. Start with small actions. Greet someone, ask a question, smile more often. Every action counts. 6. Seek professional support. A therapist can help you explore the roots of shame and develop tools to overcome it. A future of courage and connection. Shame doesn't have to be a lifelong sentence. Within each of us lies the potential to change, to break the chains that bind us and to live a freer and more fulfilling life. It won't be easy, but every step towards change is an act of courage. Remember, as Maya Angelou said, hope and courage are contagious. If you let your light shine, you'll encourage others to do the same. Start with yourself. Believe in your worth, your capacity to connect, and your right to be seen and loved exactly as you are. The path to authentic relationships and a healthier life begins with one step, deciding that you deserve better. And the truth is, you do. Take that step today. You're not alone on this journey. Every small advance counts. And in the end, you'll discover that the world isn't just ready to know you, but also needs what only you can offer.